I'm Natalia Bonner. It's day 241. Today we're going to be stitching using my 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler. Let's get stitching. I'll start out by using my blue Mark Be Gone marker and marking a T right through the center of my quilt block. After I've marked my T through the center, then I'm going to divide those 4 blocks that I've created in half. So the block on the upper left and the lower right are going to have vertical lines through them, whereas the other 2, the lower left and the upper right, will have horizontal lines right through the center of each of those. Now, obviously you can see here as I'm marking this out, I have my machine really close just so you guys can see how I actually do my markings. So it makes it a little bit kind of funny when I do my markings, but with a design like this, you definitely do want to go through and add some markings before you start your quilting. After I've done all my markings, I'll start stitching on the left hand side of my block. I'll stitch a straight line right along that center marked line. When I get over to the right hand side, I'll travel down the ditch on the right hand side of the block over to the center point. When I get to the center point, I'll travel along that marked line back up to the top of my design. When I get up to the top, then I'm going to travel along the ditch along the top of the block. Then I'll actually stitch back over my previous line to the marked line, where I'll stitch down that marked line all the way to the bottom, and then I will fill in on the right hand side of the stitched marked line with heavy back and forth straight line matchstick quilting. These ones are all going horizontal. After I've stitched those, I'll travel along the ditch along the top of my block over to the right side, where I'll repeat this process. However, this time I'll stitch those straight matchstick lines going vertical through this section on the right side of the block, starting at the inside, working my way all the way to the outside of the block. When I get all the way to the outside, again, I'll travel all the way down the ditch, across the bottom over to that marked line, travel up the marked line all the way to the previous stitch line, and then start filling in with those back and forth small matchstick type lines. These ones are actually spaced a little bit further apart. They're about 1/4 of an inch apart. You could stitch lines like this as heavy or as loose as you would like. These are your quilts and your samples. I'm just here to hopefully inspire you. So I then travel across the bottom of the block up the left-hand side, where I'll repeat that process one more time. Now I'll complete this design by spritzing away those marked lines, and I've got a really cool quilt block design. Friends, I hope you enjoyed today's block and found a little bit of inspiration with my machine quilting. Now just remember, you can pick up the panel, the rulers, the thread, all of the notions that I'm using in this video today over on my website, peaceandquilt.com. And don't forget to share your progress pictures over on Instagram using the hashtag Let's Stitch with Natalia. That's where we will be selecting winners for weekly prizes. See you all tomorrow. Thank you.